everybody. Rabbi Bill Hamilton back here.
Hi, Rabbi Hamilton. So great to have you back this week.
Delighted to be back. Hey, Rabbi Star.
Hello, Bill. Welcome back.
So my question this week is related to the portion Pinchas, when we have 5 daughters of Tzlachad coming forward to request an inheritance. The question I want us to ponder is, what about their requests makes it so commendable in the Torah's eyes? A thought that I had is that when they ask for an inheritance, they are very transparent about the fact that their father died in the wilderness because of a sin he committed. And that transparency finds favor in Moses and God's eyes and enables their request to earn a fitting reward.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, when we think about transparency, they could have just as easily not said how their dad died and not admitted to his sin at all. And we might think that that would be to their benefit, right? As soon as they mention a sin, that could work to discredit them. And instead, by them being transparent about that, they're actually offered some amount of favor in the eyes of the law, which is pretty astounding.
One of the things that is so wonderful about the Hebrew Bible is how real the characters are and how some of these plots are so real. Like this one, you're reading it and you're thinking, gee, what's going to happen if they do that? You're at some level, you're not sure. There's a risk involved. Neither one is really the same thing exactly as taking responsibility for what you do. And I think that's what's, to me, ultimately wonderful, that they're willing to take a risk to hold their family accountable, in effect. And that's accountability is what it's all about.
I do think that we live in a time where people are very, very reluctant to take that risk. And they feel that it's a risk that could have too high a cost. And so they tend to cover it up. They tend to say a lot less. They tend to be on their guard a lot more. And that's understandable in today's public discourse. At the same time, the Torah comes to teach us in a very, very profound way that when, as you say, Rabbi Star, it's about accountability and taking a sense of responsibility. And it's not done for some instrumentality, but just because of sheer integrity.
And I love when you're talking about in this moment, our cultural resistance to accountability. And, we have so much pressure to always say all the perfect things and always be perfect, because as soon as we're not, all the trolls on the internet are going to come and tell us how terrible we are. And if we could shift that culture to, instead of, being a cancel culture, to being one that invites accountability and teaching, perhaps that could lead to a more willingness to be transparent.
And so may it be the lesson from this week's portion, the importance of accountability, honesty, integrity, and how it is that the Torah really rewards this, and the lessons that brings to us and the way in which we bring those things to a world today so hungry for that accountability, that integrity, and to reward that candor.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.